Alright kids, here we are, Smith Welding Restoration. This Omega, I want to show you what we got going on. We seam sealed up everything. We welded, boom, boom. Nothing really different on the outside. Been a lot of sanding panels and getting those stowed away. You can see in here, I started shooting some .415. Yes, you can shoot this shit. I've got a, I don't know, $30, $40 canister gun. Clean it up immediately. You can't fuck around and let it sit for an hour or two. I popped the can open. You'll never get a can of .415 open a second time after you've opened it. If you have any left, you put screws in it and pour it out. But I kind of wanted to show you, our repairs, the seam seal. I seam sealed all the repairs in there. As you can see, my helper, he has gotten the undercarriage. Oh, not a very good viewpoint, but trust me, it was a motherfucker. Couple hours on a wire wheel, on a grinder. So, that's where we're at. I will let you check it out after I get done with this. We'll go from there. Alright, what I want to show you is I filled this 3/4 of the way up. About a quart of it. Just over half the quart I used. Well, with what's in the canister, I used half a quart. We'll wade through the misty fog that I created with that gun. The transfer ratio on those guns kind of suck, but can't beat them for this type of work. Look at that shit. I stopped midway up. There's nothing wrong up there. I just wanted to get the bucket, get everything down here. That's .415 applicated. It has this wretched scent to it. Obviously, wear masks, wear gloves. Don't wear anything that you want to keep while you're using this. And if you don't clean up your shit immediately, throw it away. I don't care what it is. But I mean, my goodness, there we are. I'm going to shoot some undercoating in this back here. Now, what I want to show you on the gun is I got to go up underneath. I'm going to dump the rest of that quart in the canister. When I'm done, I'll pour whatever I got left back in there, hammer that lid down, and I have to put screws in it. It'll seal itself. I'll have to put screws to let any more out. But this gun, if you look, that tube, that pickup, if you aim the gun forward, it sloshes everything down, right? So we're going to take that tube, we're going to take this tube, I'm going to loosen the nut, I'm going to spin this tube around backwards. That way I can shoot upward, I can go on a creeper underneath that unholy mess, and I can shoot that undercarriage. Whole undercarriage looks like that now. I got it all blacked out. I got that all blacked out. .415 is a beautiful thing. Now I want to show you something here. My friend Pete, seam sealer and the like. This shit here, it's construction adhesive. Comes in a quart tube, OSI. You can use for a flexible seam sealer. So I got a tube there. That tube's going to cost the same or less than that tube. Thank you, Pete, for that bit of information. Now, I went ahead and shot that .415 on. You'll get that lid off of that can once, a little bit left. I'll have to put screws to the can. Now, what I've been doing is this undercoating. You can buy these. Anybody's shot undercoating or looked at it, you know what that is. They got big plastic quart jugs that go on them. Well, you can get these metal canisters that go on them, like $2. These quart jugs cost me, I think, $20 a quart. That shit right there, it's single part bed coating. It's rubberized. It's It's basically your undercoating. I've already shot port 15 underneath that car. You can cut that about 2 to 1 with acetone. You cut that with acetone, now you have body chutes. Generic. 70 bucks, 20 bucks, $90, you've got a gallon and a half. It's $80 plus a gallon to buy quart jugs. So I'm gonna get this hooked up, hit that undercarriage, hit the trunk. See you guys later. So it looks like, I don't know how much that texture is gonna pick up. It's pretty heavy. Came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm liking it. The whole undercarriage.
All textured and pretty now, and black.
Biggest thing. Alright, so you're back here with Smith Welding and Restoration. I am your gracious host, Adam Niffen. We're dealing with the Omega. You guys just saw a sketch of the footage doing the interior, undercarriage, and trunk sections. I showed you what I'm working with as far as undercoating products. I feel that if it isn't at least superior, it's equal to what you buy in the court for shoots. And furthermore, I think it works out damn well for all parties involved. So kind of what we've been up to since I got all that done, we're fixing to jam out the doors. I'm gonna have help over the course of the weekend, so I gotta have, let me see here, all of the big roadblock areas. I got some work to do on the rocker panels, both sides, minor, but it's there. A final blocking on the tub, the roof, the rear quarters, the final blocking there, and then we can jam it, assemble it, paint it. Now what I'm up to right now is kind of skipping past working on the rocker panels. I've got help coming in, so I'm trying to jump ahead the segments like the door jamming. I got to shoot it and let it sit. I can't do anything in here. I can't stir up dust. That's the final paint. Then I can prep all that off, get it covered up, get the doors hung and lined up. From there, I can put the fenders on. I can get it prepped up for the sealer and the first base color. This is a single stage project. We are using BASF products. They don't give me no money, but I like the shit. I like the relationship I've formed with my particular vendor, the one guy that works at the store. And from conversations and amazing people I've met, through YouTube land and internet, I want to go holler out to my buddy Kenny, my hillbilly buddy Kenny. He asked me to throw in a plug for him, and I can't be more happy to, though I still don't understand your predilection with the Ford Maverick. Gosh, if I had more guys like you around here, I'd be rich just off the Ford Mavericks I can find. But today, what we're doing is, like I said, I'm skipping that aspect of getting my quarter panels blocked, my roof final blocked, my rocker panels final body work on, in lieu of getting, I don't have enough stands, I don't have enough horses to set shit on, so I'm going to get the doors jammed, I'm going to get the underside of the hood shot. The hood is going to be black, the underside I'm going to shoot black, the lower section of the car itself is going to be red, but the door jambs are all going to be black, and the exterior will go into that. And that's how we discussed and planned this project. So I'm going to shoot the door jambs black, both on the car and the jambs of the door themselves, the core of the door themselves black. Around the trunk, where it sets up, the trunk hinges, where those are, I hope to get enough set up so I got my firewall shot black. My inner fender wheels are already black. The frame is black. We're getting to where we need to be on this to assemble it. So then tomorrow I can hang the doors and start hanging parts. I get the parts hung. The last little bit of wet sanding and blocking we're going to do right on the car. I'm going to leave the hood off, and I haven't decided what we're going to do with the trunk yet, for at least to jam out fenders once we get them hung and in place, so we can put the hood on and then adjust it, and we'll go on with the custom paint job. Let me show you. We're knocking down all this, getting it scuffed and ready to go. We've got most of these body parts ready to go. They'll have to be scuffed down with a gray Scotch-Brite. That's not done yet. I'll scuff them before we paint them with a gray Scotch-Brite and some Prep-All or wax and grease remover. That'll work good for us. So you can see here, there was some seam seal I want to take care of. There was issues down here with a repair. It's no longer an issue. I use an etch primer on all the exposed metal surfaces. Now I can shoot this with that single stage black that it's actually a PX8. It's one of my favorite blacks to shoot. Being a single stage, it's affordable to shoot. I hate shooting black cars because there's so much body work that goes into them. But we'll get these areas here all shot and around the corner. We'll get those hinges shot. Get that lip shot, and then we can rest that hood, that trunk lid back on there. This side is pretty much ready to go. Like I said, there's some body work down there to finish. We'll get the door hung, get everything lined up and finish it. I'll have more hands here. I can get a lot further if I get this. This is a stop and wait situation. I got my buddy Randy helping me today. He's talking about going into the automotive program here at the community college. Give him some feedback, guys. Cars interest him, he says, and he wants to do this. I don't know if he knows what he's getting himself into. I told him to go paint and body. Pound for pound, those guys make a little more. But we got all our preparations over here done. I got a little bit of glazing I'm doing here on imperfections. That's pour 15. I painted over that with a single stage that I've got. But that's pour 15. I ran that quart straight out. It took a quart to do this car. This side is basically ready for wax and grease remover. I gotta look it over real good once I get this camera out of my face. But we should be able to wax and grease remove it, get it in etch primer, and we're ready to jam. So we got one door that I gotta get sanded down. After that's ready to jam, and I got the etch primer on it curing, we're gonna come over here. This is pour 15. It was shot a while ago, and it's probably scratched up and nicked in some spots down to bare metal again. So we're gonna scrub this down with a gray Scotch-Brite, because if you let it sit too long, you have to scuff it. Gray Scotch-Brite will give us the tooth we need. They're small. And so we'll scuff it down with Scotch-Brite, and then we will wax and grease remover, look it over, make sure there's no exposed metal. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the underside of this hood while I jam everything out. I do the trunk lid too, but I don't have space to set it up. I've got all my little apparatus that I set shit up on taken up right now. Boom. I'll let you see it all here in a bit. Here we are. I cleaned up the middles marginally. We didn't scuff them or really as they should, but they're gonna be covered up. I just wanted a complete job. It looks more complete, it looks better. It's covered by door skins anyhow. Lots of shiny black parts. I'm guessing there's gonna be some runs that I'll have to wet sand out, but I wanted to get it on good and heavy, get it done. I'm pretty much vacant now for the rest of the day. I can't do anything in here, my little shop that it is. So I'm gonna wrap up my footage. Boom. I got enough done that when I do have help, knowledgeable, skilled help here, which I should have over the course of the weekend. This goes out next week, remember? I mean, you know, it's going back together though. I got enough of it on that when we get the fenders and everything, we prep it off, get the doors on it, get everything lined up. And fuck, you can see me in a mirror right there. This went on really well. I like this Limco too for a single stage. Kids, we're out.